Drew Stewart, and I am one of the assistant principals at the high school. And the area that I sort of work most closely in is student activities and operations. So most of the things having to do with facilities on site. Construction started about 5 years ago, maybe a little bit more than that. I would say the opposite. Our construction team, Pro West, and all of the folks that they work with are super pros. They've been doing a great job. They did unbelievable work, staying on schedule while we had a full campus, and I can say that they've been taking advantage where they can when students haven't been on campus. So things like trenching on Heath Avenue, where it would be really hard for cars to drive through with a full school. That sort of work has been a little bit easier since we haven't had students on campus, and I would say they are taking full advantage. I'm not going to say it's gone into hyper speed because the plan sort of was the plan, and there are certain things that can only go so fast. But I would definitely say, if anything, we benefited from not having people on campus, and as much as we'd love to be on campus, but they did not waste time, and in fact, they probably utilized it to their maximum potential. Students are back in school in August for the start of next school year. The plan is that they will be attending their social studies classes in the new building and be able to go to the new educational center that's being built. We're going to be returning most of them this summer, and we will be keeping some. And then in a couple of years, we'll be returning the rest of them when B3 and B4 opens. So the plan for I always call it the new building, but the historical building that is being remodeled is going to be the entire social studies department. Kids will have their history and government and geography and economics classes and psychology classes there. B1 and B2 will pretty much be done. I mean, like with anything, I'm sure there'll be probably general maintenance or things that we didn't think about before students were there, and so may have to have little tweaks. But B1 and B2, we're planning on cutting the ribbon and being ready to go. And the ongoing projects would be B3 and B4, so finishing the performing arts and world language wing of the historic buildings. Students will also see that we did a major facelift to campus in the old buildings. We put down a new flooring on top of the old tiles, redid all the ceiling tiles, painted lockers. To a large degree, we are redoing the robotics classroom. We're updating it, upgrading it, bringing in state-of-the-art equipment, new ventilation systems, things like that. So down the road, very soon, we're hoping to start on a revamping of the culinary classroom as well. Those are the main ones, down the line, continuing with bond measures and the athletic facilities, but that's not ready to talk about that yet. That's years down the line at this point. $1 million question that I think everybody's asking everywhere: Beverly Hills, LA County, the state, the country. We will, I'm going to have what sounds like a very canned answer, but it's really how we're operating. So based on the negotiations with the district leadership and our teachers and all of our employees, will kind of set the stage for the expected conditions for when we return. That has not been ratified or solidified yet. So, I don't want to answer into specifics until those agreements are done between all the labor partners in the district. All of it will be following the guidelines, the health and safety guidelines put forth by the county and the state. LA County has tended to be on the stricter side of things than some of our neighboring counties like Ventura or Orange County. So I think that you can see that we will be, closely aligning our expectations with the LA County, which has been sort of on the forefront of trying to make sure that we are very safe when we return. So that's the goal. What is it going to look like? It really depends. Depends on how vaccinations go this spring. It depends on when folks start to return, whether we return in more of a cohort model or we return, when we would be able to return with all people on campus. I could not tell you. I do not want to guess. I've been wrong on most of my guesses during the pandemic to this point. So it will 100% come down to the data and the recommendations from the county and the agreements made by the district board of education, superintendent, district cabinet, and all of the labor partners, teachers, classified staff, etc.